Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And the Broncos, Charles, they were winners of Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara. Didn't make the playoffs the next 6 years, going a combined 39-58. But now here they are back in the big one.
And we forget sometimes how important this organization is in the history of the NFL. This is their 9th appearance in the big game. Only the New England Patriots have more, and they have won it 3 times, twice under John Elway in the late 90s, and as you mentioned, Super Bowl 50 as well.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago, but this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles throwing for 373 yards, catching the Philly special that will go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. Now they're back and looking to make it 2 titles in 6 years.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway.
And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
On first down, it's Cunningham.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Cunningham. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Elway will throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Elway. Thomas has got it, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Oh, good move. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Cunningham looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now an inside give to McCoy. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Here's Cunningham from the gun.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Cunningham looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Davis. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Play action. It's Elway. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy.
63 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Up the middle, here's McCoy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And complete to Zach Ertz. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. They go back to the ground with McCoy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Cunningham. And he's got the hook up to Macklin.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
3-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Certainly part of their success so far in this game, their ability to convert on third down, and what a nice throw and catch there. That allows the officials to move the sticks one more time and set up 1st and 10.
A give to McCoy. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. That's complete right around the 8. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Cunningham. Forced out to his left. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos about set to go on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Elway. Sanders has it over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Elway.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. false start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Davis. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd down, Elway. And Thomas has it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, Elway. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. This give is to McCoy. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. Good footwork at the 30. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Here's Cunningham. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught by Jackson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Cunningham to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Cunningham. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Elway to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On On second down, it's Little.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Elway. Smith catches left side.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They fake the give. Now Elway. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A first down carry for Davis.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Up the middle they go. It's Little. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Broncos are on the board here in the Super Bowl.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make it 13-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On first down, it's Cunningham. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Let's go.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cunningham. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a 1st down throw, Cunningham. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Cunningham from the gun.
Out of his hands quick to Jackson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Cunningham. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Eagles, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
On first down, Elway. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside give to Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Little.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Elway will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Little. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? From the shotgun, Elway. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Cunningham. Yeah, he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. On 1st down, Westbrook.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
On second down, here's Cunningham. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
To throw on third down, Cunningham, and that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Elway.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On third down, Elway. He's got his man Sharp complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Handoff, running left is Davis. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Little.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Elway. That's complete to Sharp.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Elway to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Elway. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Second and 4.
Throwing again, it's Elway. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a sideline pass that's caught by Thomas. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Davis running left. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Elway. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Elway.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis. Here's Elway. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third and goal, Elway. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
On first down, it's Cunningham.
He's got his man. That's Ertz downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Cunningham.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Now it's Elway. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down now, it's Little. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. A play fake. Now Cunningham. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Denver's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Little. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Elway. Sanders has it over the middle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle to Davis. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
from the shotgun. Elway. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They fake the give. Now Elway. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Elway will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Elway to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here we go. It's Elway on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They kept it in the air on fourth, Charles. They ran on first and second down, tried it through the air on third and fourth. Couldn't come away with anything on fourth and goal.
And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football, and the receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out of the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
On first and 10, Cunningham. And he's got the hook up to Macklin. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Good Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So the Broncos now down by 5. And time, a huge factor. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. Throwing now, Elway on first down. It's caught, Smith.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. It's Little. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Throwing now is Elway. He finds his man, complete. That's Little. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Elway. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now it's Elway. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Elway to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
So now it's the Eagles' turn, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A little over 50 seconds remaining. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on first down. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
What's the deal, dog? Here we go. That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle. This is where you step up. Right here, baby. It can't be straight.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Pay attention. Pay attention.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
On 4th down, here's the option.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Get something together. Let's go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.